the property on the market, not for terribly long. However, I had an offer when I went to the money process. I had an offer on the table um, for less than I was asking, which,
Mhm.
that's pretty common, right?
Right.
And I was inclined to take it. Well, I did the money processes. And within a very short time after I got back, that offer got withdrawn. So it's like, well, okay, well, this is an interesting development, right? So it's okay. So here I am. I went to the money processes, and the thought process. We've all been through it somewhere along the way with manifesting things. It's like, okay, I had an offer on the table, and now it's gone.
Awesome. Thank you guys for coming back to Clear Your Field. My name is Shanice Williams, and today with me I have Miss Sue Adams.
Hi,
Okay.
Shanice.
I do want to share with you guys a little bit about Sue. I first met her about 3 years ago at an event that our club put on. She probably won't remember, but I haven't told her this, but she took me under her wing, and when we were at a dinner setting, she really helped me um, with the whole banquet dinner style. I was looking
Mm.
at her for guidance. Hopefully, I was being secretive. but, but that was one of the first times that I met Sue. And then another thing when I think about Sue is we were also on a meeting together, and I had asked a question about a self-education question about how things aren't showing up in my life. And she asked me the question, are you applying it? And she broke my brain because I didn't realize, wait, what? I have to apply this. So those are the things that Sue has helped me with. And I'm super glad that she is on my podcast today.
I'm glad I could help. And yes, I remember meeting you. I don't remember the covert side glances at dinner.
Good. My
I'm
plan
glad I didn't do anything really bad.
worked. Awesome. So first off, Sue, again, welcome.
Thank you.
Today we're going to be talking about your experience with money processes. And usually what I like to do is ask the guests from their perspective, what is a money process?
A money process, from my view, which of course everybody's going to have a slightly different view, probably, is it is a way to remove generational blocks
Mhm.
to having money in your life.
Nice. That was beautiful.
Mm.
And then, so to get into you, first off, how many money processes did you go through?
I did all 30.
Ooh, all 30.
I was in, and let me put this in context a little bit, because I was in the first live with Kevin, the
Hmm.
first 30 when he did them originally. And he has since said that it would be better to have time between each of the 10 instead of all 30 in one weekend, which is what
Right.
we did. And because it was so fast, there was some preliminary homework that is recommended now that I had not done. And so even with that, I saw some pretty astounding changes.
Nice. And then before we get into your story of after a money process, what was your financial life like before?
Well, I was already on the road to getting out of debt. Um, my financial position by the time I got to the money processes was not terrible,
Okay.
um, but clearly needed to be improved, and um, did rather dramatically.
Awesome. And then during the money process, a lot of people, the people that I've spoken to, they have said that they felt things inside and they felt things externally. For me personally, I felt something within me shift. For you, what was that experience? Did you notice something change within you or externally?
At the time,
Yeah.
um, I would have to say internally, but none of the same dramatic bouncing off the walls, et cetera, that you hear from some people. And I know some people personally that definitely was the case. But it was more a sense of peace and knowingness,
Mm.
um, that I sort of had, but it way reinforced it and helped me to understand things a little bit better and why removing those blocks at the level that the money processes does is important.
Mm, nice. For me, I've only gotten two. So for me, the very first one was very, very
And that's the most important one. If you
yeah.
only can do one or two, the first one is it, right?
And that was my goal because Kevin kept saying, just do the first one. And that first one's very powerful. It made me fall
Mhm.
asleep. And I was just so happened to be sitting in the front. So kept having to pinch myself to wake myself up.
Ouch. What level in our club were you at the time you did the first money process?
I'm a level 6, so I just did it this
Oh,
summer.
just
Yeah,
oh, cool.
yeah, yeah. So
Ooh, that's so exciting. Just
it
wait and see.
is. I'm trying to, not trying to, I'm there's a line in there's a thought process going in. I want to see, oh, there's nothing there yet. But then I also have to remember, just wait. Things are working that I don't even know what's going on, and the
Hmm.
results and things will show up.
Hmm. And may I just make an aside
Yeah,
comment?
yeah.
It is probably not the most accurate statement that it's not there yet.
Hmm.
It's there, you just can't see it yet
Ooh, I like it.
because it hasn't manifested in your physical world.
Okay. That feels even better. I'm gonna go with that
Just just a thought.
one. And then after the money processes, did you feel not feel, did you notice anything afterward, like a shift in your finances or a change in your thought pattern towards money? Did you notice anything?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And I will say that I had a property that I owned that I've owned since early 80s, long time, longer than you've been around, I
Yeah.
think. That I lived in for a while. It's an industrial property. Was a light industrial property. And it was I lived in it for a little while as a weekend home, and a lot of things happen in life, whatever. But I turned it into a rental, and it was a rental for a number of years. And I had put it on the market many months before the money processes. Um, I had, I believe, I took the money processes in October. Don't hold me to that one. Sometime a couple years ago, and I had the property on the market, not for terribly long. However, I had an offer when I went to the money process. I had an offer on the table um, for less than I was asking, which,
Mhm.
that's pretty common, right?
Right.
And I was inclined to take it. Well, I did the money processes. And within a very short time after I got back, that offer got withdrawn. So I was like, well, okay, well, this is an interesting development, right? So I was like, okay, so here I am. I went to the money processes, and the thought process. We've all been through it somewhere along the way with manifesting things. It's like, okay, I had an offer on the table, and now it's gone. Well, okay, there goes the, X hundred of thousands of dollars that I was expecting to come in, right? And as Kevin's example is in Your Wish is Your Command, about selling his house.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Remember he had it on the market, blah, 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 blah. So I remembered that, and I realized that my thinking needed to be more along the lines of, okay, this doesn't appear to be great on the surface, but it's really a lowball offer to begin with. I can't wait to see what happens next. Well, within 3 months, I had an offer that was double it,
Mm,
um, and that closed.
nice,
So I made twice as much on the house by waiting 3 months, and I am pretty convinced that that's a direct result of the money processes.
nice.
Yeah, I thought so.
I'm also finding what you said with your when you said your thinking wasn't right. I actually had the cognition yesterday that I am not attempting, I am creating some some money on the side, and it just doesn't feel right. And that was the story that came up with Kevin trying to sell his house. And I'm just thinking, it's not lining up correctly. So I find that very
Ah,
funny that you said that story today when I had that cognition yesterday.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, it all comes together when it needs to, right?
It
Yeah,
does.
it wasn't so much my thinking was bad. I just realized that I went almost immediately to the expectation that there was something better coming out of it. So it's as much, um, and I didn't seem to need to go through the process of, oh, this is terrible. What am I going to do? I was going to pay this off and I can't pay this off. I didn't go there,
Mhm.
which probably at least a couple of years ago I would have. So, um, you know, thank you to the club for that.
Right?
And I'm sure the money process has had quite a lot to do with it.
Yeah, definitely. I see it as it is brushing off some cobwebs to our creative power and ability and just
Oh,
made it shine even much more brighter.
ooh, I like that analogy. That's great. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then let's see. So I'm going to say, if people have made it this far in the video, what is one advice you would share with them to get them to move make the decision to get a money process?
Just do it. And if it means that you have to save up for it, maybe don't do that Starbucks and don't do uh, that third eating out this week, or um, take one less trip this year or whatever. Um, Whatever you have to do to get to at least the first money process is will be worth it. And I have had not just my testimonial, but testimonials from people that I know personally that went through the money processes, and their responses were everything from, oh my God, my world fell apart, almost immediately followed by, oh my God, my world got so much better, right? Um, to virtually, there's nobody that I met that wished they hadn't done it.
Nice.
And nobody that I met that said they didn't think it was worth the money. It absolutely was.
Awesome. And then to end this off, do you have any business or anything you would like to share with our viewers if they are interested and that they like your energy and your vibe and they would want to learn more from you? Do you have anything going
Well, thanks for asking. That's awfully kind of you. Um, I own a small massage therapy clinic in North Palm Beach, Florida. It is called ASA Pain Relief Therapies. And there's a website with that same name. Probably what any of your viewers that would be primarily interested in it is I do teach a professional continuing education course for continuing education for licensed massage therapists. Um, and it is covered, you probably won't understand this, but anybody who's a massage therapist will. It is covered and approved by NCB TMB. And so you'll get credit for it any place in the country with the exception of New York State, I believe, um, if you come to take it. Right now, all of it's live, and that is my intent because it's a hands-on treatment modality. It's divided into 20-hour segments, 4 courses each. And all that information is on my website. So I'm not going to bore you with that. If anybody's actually interested, they can go to the website and click on the continuing education
on? Awesome.
and get all that information.
I will leave her the website at the in the
Oh,
description
great.
below. Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
yeah.
Appreciate that.
Awesome. And with that being said, Sue, that is the end of our interview podcast. Once again, thank you so much for coming.
Well,
And
Shanice, you are delightful. And thank you so much for thinking of me and inviting me. It's been my honor to be here. And I hope you'll have me back again sometime.
oh, of course, you'll definitely be back.
Awesome. I can't wait to see you again in our next meeting. Are
Yeah,
you going to Chicago?
I am.
Awesome. I'll
Yeah,
see you there. Couple
I'll
months,
see you in
month or so.
Chicago.